Hello, hello. Once again, I hope that everyone is feeling fine today. Happy Monday to everyone. I hope that you are having a safe and productive week thus far. I am here today. We're going to jump right into it. I'm here today to tell you about musicians only give what they feel. And to me, it's a very interesting topic that I'd like to share with you guys because it is so true. It is so true. When I look at it, from the angle in which I'm looking at it from and how I perceive it as being. Musicians are definitely our friends as vocalists. A musician is kind of like a casting director, on a movie set, and they're capturing every moment while that film is being created. And if it's not right, if it's not right, or if there's a problem with your script, or you're not using the emotion that's required for that particular part, immediately they're going to say, cut, cut, let's take it from the top, cut, simply because they're not feeling the emotion of that particular part, or the role that you're playing. So they're going to stop you, and there will definitely be a discontinuance in the film or the film, and they're gonna ask you to do it over again and constantly do it until they feel that it's right. So the same thing applies to us as vocalists, us being vocalists and building a relationship, with the musician. And it's simple, guys. You don't necessarily have to know them. They are musicians for a reason. And we are vocalists for a reason. And when we come together as vocalists, and also musicians, there's a picture to be painted, and a musician can only give what you give them, you know. So when you come together with a musician, it's required that you're at your best at all times, because if you're not going to give your best, they're not going to give their best. You have to almost, it's kind of like there's different levels of energy. You know what I mean? There's different levels of energy to be used. And whatever you display is pretty much what the musician is going to give you. For instance, you're performing and you have live music. Okay. Now, you can sing the song as if you have no confidence, or if you're, I mean, it's normal though, to a certain degree. It's normal. It happens to the best of us, no matter how many years of being a musician, or rather, being a vocalist, you still somewhat have that not, I'm not going to say stage fright, but it's normal for you to feel that way, because you want the show to go well. You're hoping that you start, or you're singing in the right tune, or you don't want there to be any cracking of the voice, and you want your presentation to be as crisp or as clear as possible. You want to connect with the fans. You want to connect with the people that's listening to you. And you, most of all, you want to feel accepted. You want your song to be accepted by the people. Knowing that they're loyal fans or listeners, you still feel that way, even if they aren't, loyal fans, or it's a new crowd or a new setting. You want people to embrace your message. And it's normal for us, to step on stage and have a little bit of, uneasiness or to feel a certain way. But the only way that you can change that is by just doing it. You have to do it and give it everything that you have. You have to throw everything that you have at what you're doing. That's the only way the people will embrace you. You have to make it understood. You have to make it understood as into why they're there and why they spent their money being there. Even if it's just a family gathering or something like that, but the musician has to be connected as well. Look at the musician as being the cameraman, and he's watching everything that you do. He's pretty much following the leader, although he or she is the lead guitarist. The lead guitarist can lead, true indeed, but there must be a lead singer at the forefront. So whatever energy you give to that lead guitarist, that's the energy that he's going to give you in exchange, or she is going to give you in exchange. So never be fearful. Never be fearful of what you're doing or while you're singing. Like I said, it's normal for the greatest to be a bit normal, but although we know that we have control of the situation, it's just the thought of anything could go wrong. I want to do this well. In our hearts, we know that we're going to do a great job, but I guess it's just the fact that so many people are watching us at once. And like I said, you want it to be an amazing show. So that happens at times. But understand, the musician only gives you what he or she can feel. There has to be a connection as well. So don't be afraid to let your light shine. Don't be afraid to be a conqueror. That's what they're there for. They're there to see you. They're there because they want to hear you, and the musician needs something to go to, to feed off of, and me myself, using myself as an example, I may at times start out in a certain way and work my way into it, because the same things apply when it comes to the musician. I have to hear something as an indicator. Do they play well, or are they playing? In most cases, many would say you shouldn't worry about that as a vocalist, but at the same time, we want to know what we're working with or what we have to work with too. So what you do is, or what I do is, I test the waters to see if they can follow the riffs, or to see if they can follow me, my voice or my tone. Although they're the lead player, they can only do what you need them to do. And I love a challenge when I'm on stage or when I'm singing and, there's live music. It pushes me to a whole nother level, guys, because you have to be connected to that musician. And that energy that you're sharing with that musician will allow them to unwind. They'll unwind. And I mean, it is amazing once you come together and you feel each other, in a way that's so amazing. You'll see the results. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But don't be fearful. Don't be afraid to sing. Don't be afraid of being natural. Don't be afraid of even making mistakes while singing. Because believe it or not, some mistakes sound so great, so incredible. And in most cases, we as the vocalists, we know that we made a mistake, but oftentimes the people never tell or never can identify where we made a mistake. And after the show, they tell you, you guys, or you did an incredible job. You did great. You sound wonderful. But in our minds, we're like, wow, wow, I slaughtered the song at a certain point in the song. I slaughtered it, but I managed to, pick it up and get back on course. But they don't understand that. They don't know that. But we know in our minds, like, well, I guess they didn't hear that part. You know what I mean? They didn't hear where the situation kind of went wrong. But we know in our hearts. But that should be the least of your worries, because it sound good to them, but you know that it was terrible, And I feel that we being vocalists, we should always be our worst critics, regardless of what people say. Don't fix it then, because then isn't the time to fix it, but continue practicing, continue rehearsing, and to those of you that wish to become greater singers, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to make mistakes at any time, at any cost. I mean, it's not like it's costing you anything, while you're singing, it can. But if you wish to change that situation and becoming a greater singer, you can. And that's why we're here. We're going to be doing a lot more singing this week too, guys. But I feel that, we must be on one accord. We must get an understanding. You must get an understanding or overstanding of what I'm coming to you with, and to give you more courage in those things that you're doing, rather you're a vocalist or a musician, we're a community, we have to be here for one another. And that's what it's about. We have to be creative and we have to grow together. But it's more about knowing yourself. You have to know who you are, and it's not about just, typically fitting in or trying to fit in with anybody. It's just one thing about musicians and vocalists. We connect instantly. We connect instantly. And you know what it is? We don't have to say a word. We don't have to say a word to one another. All you have to do is step up to the microphone and allow the musician to play. And guess what? On that stage, during that very moment, you can build the greatest relationship without words. Without words. The music talks. The music talks, guys. I think I'm going to do a video on that too. But the music talks. You don't have to do any talking. You don't have to know each other at all. Don't have to have a relationship with that person as an individual at all. You have a relationship and a connection, for one, because both of you are musically inclined. Both of you love music. That's for one. That's a relationship in itself. So you don't have to have a personal relationship with that person. But you singing and that person playing can build the greatest bond ever known. But we must understand that musicians only give what they feel. What they feel. They have to be on your channel and you have to be on theirs. But in order for them to connect to that frequency, you have to be, it's kind of like Wi-Fi. You have to be available. You know what I'm saying? It's like Wi-Fi. You gotta be available for them to sync into your frequency. So that's just what it is, guys. Don't be afraid. Don't be fearful when you're performing or when you're singing. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. You can instantly fix them. But always, and I mean always, don't let it go to your head. Regardless of how great someone says you sound or say you sound, be your worst critic. Always be your worst critic. Lots of people say, hey man, you can't be so hard on yourself. You know what I mean? You got to live life. This is my life. I am living. This is life for me. I don't know about you, but this is life for me. And there's always room for improvement. You'll never be perfect, not even close. We grow daily. You'll never be perfect, not even close. Regardless of what someone else is saying, you have to be humble at the same time. You know, you have to be humble at the same time. But just know that there are times that people will get the wrong idea and you have to put them in their place too. You have to put them in their place. It's not that you're being arrogant. It's not that you saying that, oh, I'm better than this person or better than that person. But sometimes people or I mean they start ego tripping. People begin to ego trip because you're humble. But at the same time, it's your duty to put them in their place when they're overstepping or when they're stepping into your boundaries. You know what I mean? It's your place to give them a relocation or relocate, you know what I'm saying? Or give them another route, letting them know that you're not welcome here, you know what I mean? So stay off of me, you know, because you don't want it's good to be competitive when it's time to be. Don't let nobody run over you, regardless of what they say. You know, call them out if you feel you good or you know, I mean, it's competitive at the same time, but you know, don't let nobody feel like they can just run you over. Let them know who boss is, or let them know who the queen is. You know, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? You can say whatever you want to say. Show me. I don't care how many hit records you have. I don't care how many shows you've done. Show me. Show me otherwise. I don't care anything about it. Show me. You know, and that don't be passive about it either. You know what I mean? Don't be passive about it. You call them out. That's what you do. I'm telling you to do it. That's not what it's about. But at the same time, you know, some people they get too big for their, you know, for their pants, or you know, they because of their position, they feel like they're much greater than you or they're greater than you. When in actuality, I mean, you guys should be trading places. Don't take when somebody call you out, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Take the call out. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and give them the black eye they deserve for stepping onto your grounds, you know? But I mean, like I said, guys, be confident in what you're doing, regardless of the mistakes, or, you know, be confident in what you're doing and practice and rehearse and become greater. Become greater singers, become greater musicians, but understand too that musicians can only give what they feel. How whatever you bring onto the stage, that's going to be that's going to be the outcome of it. You come out there singing like you don't want to be there, they're going to give you a lazy performance too. And at the end of the performance, don't blame the musicians now. Don't blame the musicians. It's not their fault. They're only playing. They can't listen. Musicians can't make you do what you came to do already. Understand that. It's not their job to do something that you came to do already. It's either you're going to do it or you're not. If you don't feel like singing, you don't need to be there. Because one thing about it, money is going to be made, rather you make it or not. Music is going to be made, rather you make it or not. There's always, listen, somebody can always fill you in. Don't forget that. When you have the opportunity, you take advantage of the opportunity. Don't take it for granted. Don't take your gift for granted, because they are there because they want to hear you. They are there because they want to see you. They travel far and wide because they are there because they want to see you. And don't get so full of yourself to the point where you say, well, hell, well, hey, I ain't even hungry no more. I'm rich. I ain't hungry no more. But you were starving before you made it to that point. But now you're lazy. You don't feel that you want to give the fans what they pay for. You know, give yourself what you invested most of your life into. You're deserving of that. Everybody need a vacation. True indeed. Everybody needs a vacation. But you vacationing ain't gonna get you nowhere. Because guess what? You're gonna lose money. You're gonna lose fans. You're gonna lose trust. You're gonna lose business relationships. You're gonna lose all the way around. Not only on the business part, but from a performance aspect or entertainment aspect. Nobody, I'm going live. I'm live. I'm live. Hey, excuse me. Sid, I'm live. Trev, I'm live right now. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm sorry about that, guy. Yeah, but yeah, sis, wide open. You know what I mean? You good? But you know, you have to. It's necessary. It's just necessary. You know what I mean? Don't take it for granted because guess what? When someone withdraw from you, that's a terrible feeling. And guess what? There's no possible way that you can make up for that. Even with musicians, when a musician would withdraw from you, that's a terrible thing. You know, you all, I mean, all of us, we have to come together as musicians and vocalists in harmony, man. That's what it's about. Harmony, harmonic, you know what I mean? That's what it's about. And it's a beautiful thing. But like I said, everybody needs a vacation. But don't nobody care about no vacation. You're a musician. Everybody gets tired, true indeed. But you're a musician. You're a singer. That's your purpose. That's your purpose. You're doing it for a reason. People picked you up for a reason. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people may say, well, it's easier said than done. No, it's not. You do it because you love it. That's why you were chosen. Because there's a love, you know, maybe it's a lot of things that come with it, behind it, or behind the scenes. But forget all that. It's more about you doing what you do and loving what you do. Loving what you do. I love what I do. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I can't speak for nobody else. I love what I do. And I'll continue loving it. Won't nobody make me feel no other way about it. I'm a singer. I'm a vocalist. I'm a songwriter. I'm a musician. And I absolutely love it. You know, people tell me, hey, man, you just got to live, man. You got to live. I am living. I am living. If you want to see me, come and see me in the studio if I'm working. You know what I mean? Come and see me at the studio. I don't care who you are. You know what I'm saying? This is what I do. You go and have all the fun you want to have. I'm doing what I want to do because I'm gonna make history. I'm making history. That's what it's about with me. You go and have all the fun. Yeah, I understand you live once, but this is fun to me. Being in the studio, performing, creating music. That's what's fun to me because I love it. I feel that I have to be deserving of that opportunity to go out and to hang out. You know what I mean? Me personally, I feel that it's okay. It's a celebration when you go out. It's a celebration to your accomplishments. Don't just go out for the hell of it or just say, hey, man, I'm going out to party here, going party there. That's you or that's them or whoever. William Alexander don't work like that. That's not me. You know what I mean? When you party or when you go out, me personally, when I go out, it's due to an accomplishment. I'm celebrating. I'm not just celebrating because I feel like I want to drink or I'm just celebrating because I want to be with this person or see these people. It's not about that. Not to sound harsh or anything, but I don't care anything about it. You know? And I don't run in a pack, although I know many. And I have people that support me too. But I don't run like that. That's not what I'm about. I celebrate due to accomplishments, those things that I accomplished. If you want to catch me in the studio. If you want to catch me doing something else, pushing my product or whatever. If you want to get up with me, Just to say, hey man, I'm going out, we're gonna have some wings and we're gonna have bottles, and that don't mean nothing to me. After I've accomplished something or many things, then we party, and we party hard. You know what I mean? We party hard. Me personally, that it's an accomplishment. I'm not partying just to hang out. For what? I want to hang in. That's what I want to do. I want to hang in, make some more music. You know what I mean? Do some more writing. You know what I mean? Do some more research. Do some more studying. You know what I mean? Connect with some more people on a business venture. That's exciting to me. You know, but like I was saying, guys, don't be afraid ever to make mistakes as musicians or vocalists, because there's always there isn't much room for error. Let that be known. They say there is room for error. No, there isn't. There is, but it's very limited. It's very limited. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, be the best that you can possibly be. Don't get the big head. You know what I'm saying? Never have, don't let the inflation get to you. You know what I mean? Because once your head is so huge, can't nobody do nothing with you. Can't nobody tell you nothing, you know, and you're pretty much ruining yourself. You know, you're pretty much ruining yourself. It's great to be confident. It's great to be confident in what you're doing, you know? So be confident in what you're doing, but always be open to suggestions. You don't have to take someone's advice for anything, but always be open to suggestions, guys. And when somebody stepping on your toes or call themselves stepping on their toes or on your toes, you let it be known they don't want your trouble at all. They don't want your trouble at all. Now that's confident, but only do it if you know you can back it up. You know what I'm saying? Only do those things if you can back it up. And one thing about it, I don't back down from nobody. No challenge, period. You know what I mean? Take it however you want to. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, guys, when you perform, give it your best shot, you know, because musicians can only give what they feel, guys. So, go hard, go hard. You know what I mean? Give it everything you have, or just don't do it. We are singers. We are true singers. We want to become greater singers. You know, we are true musicians. We are dedicated to music and the arts of music. That's what we do. That's what we were created for. And we want to spread our message abroad. That's what we want to do. That's what we are going to do. You know, and you have to be great at doing that. What better way to do it than through music? Know what I'm saying? So articulate, make your message clear. Make your message clear. Because why? You are the best. You want to be remembered as one of the best. You know, you are awesome. You are amazing. Not only your gift, but your personality, who you are as an individual. You know, you are contracted to do this. You see what I'm saying? You weren't given the gift without purpose. It's your purpose. Do what you have to do. Do it. And don't take it serious. You know, I mean, whatever you do, take it seriously. Because if you don't take it seriously, I mean, it's only going to hurt you in the long run. It's going to hurt you in the long run. You would, everybody, listen, let me tell you, there's people that are living every day wishing that they had your gift or your opportunity, but they're unable. That's not their gift. Their gift isn't music. But you know how many people, do you know how many people I've come across and they say, man, I wish I had what you had. And it might not just be music. And I'm not rich, guys. As I say, like even when I was on my little vacation, you know, just laying in my bunk or whatever, you know, reading and everything else and just chilling, you know. I never really went into the day room to watch television. I'm not that type of dude. I don't watch television. I can sit in the house or sit in my home, you know, and not turn the television on once, you know, and pick up a book or browse the web and do some research. You know, that's those are just the things I'm into. I'm not into television. But I'm gonna tell you this: you won't believe how many guys, you know, that I met on my journey, you know, when I was on my vacation for those 5 years. You will never believe how many guys just admired me and would just look at me and say, man, I don't see how you do it. You always happy, man. You always happy, man. And you read, man. I thought you were an older brother when I first met you. I thought you was older. I'm not older. You know what I mean? I'm not older. I'm not, you know, I'm not old. You know, it's just that my soul, I have an older soul. You know what I'm saying? My soul is old, you know, and it's just that there's so many things that I truly wish to know, those things that I don't know. And there's so many things that I wish to be great at. And I'm just determined to be great in doing so, you know, and it's not that I have so much because I don't have a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't, guys. I don't have a whole lot, but that doesn't mean that you can't use what you do have. Rather, it's professionalism or, you know, whatever it is you have, you know, be professional. You can be professional, you know, you can be on the internet and you can put this together and put that together because it's a business you running. That don't mean that you attain those things or that you have those things. You have those qualities, and that is just you know, that's just a minimum of what you can do with those things you don't have. So imagine what you can do when you do have those resources or you have that amount of money. You know, if you're doing great, you know, or you're presenting yourself in a way that is so professional, imagine what you can do when you do have that type of money or you do have those type of connections, or you know what I'm saying? But I often found myself around people that always wanted to be me or wanted to be or wanted to attain or wanted to have those qualities that I had. And it, you know, I don't have very many friends. I know a lot of people, but just to say that they are my friends, or I don't have very many friends because I mean, it seems like every time that I do begin a friendship, or you know, I find someone to be okay or whatever, it's like no sooner than they find out what I'm about and what I'm into, they become jealous. They become jealous. They become more of my enemy than anything. And I used to always wonder, like, what did I do? Like, what did I do? Why does this person or these people feel this way towards me? You know, all I do is kick positivity and kick knowledge to, you know, we exchange knowledge, those that are, you know, are intellects, you know, we exchange knowledge and information. That's all I ever did. You know what I'm saying? And try to keep it positive or whatever. I've never been a hater in my life. Can't tell you what it's like. Never been a hater in my life. And if anybody tell you that I have in any way, they lying. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like this, that person that has all of those things that I truly desire to achieve in life, you know, I know that they are accessible. I know that it's possible, guys, for me to achieve that kind of success. So instead of me hating on this person, I'll try to get up under them to learn something. You know what I mean? Because I know that I can achieve those things or I can excel. You know what I mean? In a way that'll surpass them or their success. You know, so I've never been that type of person to hate on somebody or to be a hater, and hating, especially about materialistic things. You know what I mean? It's materialistic. Let's be for real. None of these things in life you can take with you. The most you can do is give it to somebody else before, after you're gone. That's it. It's nothing wrong with wanting to have security and wanting to give something to someone else after you leave either. That's what you work for. That's what you work towards. The worst thing you can do is die, and you know what I'm saying? You leave nothing for nobody. Like, what's the whole point? A child is an investment. A family is an investment. It's not just time. You want to be able to pass something on to your son or your daughter after you pass, so they can add on to whatever it is that you've created. They can have a creation of their very own, adding on for years to come. You know what I mean? But I've never been a hater. And to those of you that are out there that have a gift, man, use it. Use it, because there's people that want what you have and you misuse it and you take it for granted. I don't care what you do. The niche is singing lessons. We're talking about singers, but it's a general message to all. It's about singing lessons, but it's a general message to all, globally. Those gifts that you have, don't take them for granted because somebody else can use them. And they hate or they dread the thought that they don't have those gifts. So don't ever take it for granted, guys, and always give it your best. When you're on stage or whenever you're performing or whatever it is you're doing, give it your best, man. Don't take it for granted. Give it your best. It don't matter how long it take. It doesn't matter how long it take, you know what I'm saying, for you to really become successful in the way that you want, to be. Listen, do it. Do it. Because it's more about the music, baby. That's what it's about. It's about the music. It's about the music. Everything else is secondary. You know what I'm saying? It's more about this music. It's more about this work. You know what I'm saying? For real, it's about the music, guy. That's what it's about. And I want you to understand that. There's a love in the atmosphere when the notes or the music is being played or when the people are listening. There's a love in the atmosphere like no other. Don't take that affection for granted. And just as I spoke about it last week, how to make love to music. Make love to the music. That's what we got to do. Build relationships with the music, with the musician as well. The musician is the camera guy. And he's watching your every move, everything that you do. He or she is watching you. And it's no fun. And they'll tell you that it's no fun if they have no one to follow. If you're there to do a gig together, not talking about individually, but if you're there to do a gig together and they came prepared to play and your energy is completely off, you know what I'm saying? Like it won't be a good outcome at all. You know what I mean? So you guys have to be on one accord and create that bond, in the atmosphere that allows you to give that energy or, to impact the people. You know what I'm saying? You want the people to feel in a way. You know what I'm saying? You want their full attention. They're already looking at you, but you want them. You know what I'm saying? You want them and you can get them. You can get them. You will get them. It's all about your frequency. What channel are you on? You know what I'm saying? Get your Wi-Fi together. You know what I mean? Get your Wi-Fi. Your Wi-Fi has to be available for somebody to sing. You know what I mean? It has to be available, guys. Make your energy available for others to feed off of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you win. That's how you win. Don't take it lightly either. I'm serious. If you want something, if you truly want something, give it all you have. and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. With that being said, this is William Alexander. I appreciate you guys for tuning in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 12 o'clock Central. Today is, we spoke about singing lessons, and today's topic was musicians only give what they feel, which is absolutely true. To you guys that have signed up, I appreciate you guys and continue signing up. You know, if you have any questions for any matter concerning music, you can reach us at therealwill954@gmail.com. I'll leave some information or, you know, some links or more informative, you know, details in the description box below. Be sure to like this video or this discussion. Be sure to subscribe as well, guys. You know, so be sure to subscribe and be sure to like this video, and also share, you know, share, guys. You know, and we're going to be doing a lot more vocal instructing, or, you know, vocals, you know, I'm going to give you guys more vocal advice and more vocal lessons. We're going to do more singing this week, and we appreciate you guys. Be sure to pick up one of those shirts, the EMG shirt we just did. The product launch, we just made another shirt available today. We posted it onto the Facebook page, the William Alexander page. We just not purchased, but we just posted it up, you know, today onto our page a little while ago. And get 5% off, guys, you know, on any order. You know, use promo code EMG954. Once again, the promo code is EMG954. Get 5% off any order. We just released the gray color today. So, you know, be sure to check that out, guys, and be sure to follow the Emerald Music Group's group page on Facebook. And, you know, like I said, until next time, guys, we appreciate you guys, and we will do great things together, as I always say. Thanks again, guys, for coming out and sharing with me and hanging out with me. And until next time, guys, you know, I love you guys, and thanks again for joining us. And until next time, we'll be seeing you soon. Peace.